What's up? How's everyone doing? Yeah, I'm broke. There ain't no coming out of this one. If I don't get it, then I don't get it. How's everyone doing today? What's Liddy? Before we begin with anything, I want to remind you that for the next 2 days, I will not be streaming. So when I get back, we can continue where we leave off today. Alive and well, much better now. We're here to vibe. We're here to vibe. Now, as you can see at the top of my game, I don't really have that much currency. So we're gonna see, you know, if the good old streamer luck kicks in. So or whale time? Not tonight. Not tonight. I got a trip, and I don't know how much I'm gonna end up spending on this trip. So when I get back, depending on how much that costs, we'll throw some money at the good old Yo Star and Hypergryph. You know what I'm saying? But it depends if I get the character or not. Oh, there's skins too? What skins are there? Outfit store. thought I had this one. I might not be in too much of a chokehold this time. Yeah, I'm not in too much of a chokehold. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. But I'm pulling you guys up on another monitor. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Let's get this part out of the way. We're gonna start with the single because we're hoping some magical thing happens, right? Please do what you did last time. Nah, it's like, no, we helped you last time. We helped you last time. Hold on. Okay, we'll see if that actually happens. Thank you, Baki. All right. So we got 12 of these, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna go through all the singles first. Yeah, that's a smart thing to do. Singles ain't gonna do me no favor.
What's wrong? Your face is beet red. That's just how...
These singles ain't gonna do me no favor.
For male, hunter, you won't regret it.
Oh, I can do it. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, so we'll do this one. Hold on.
I'm Vanilla, trainee.
This might be it.
Looking forward to it. Green deep color. A painter. Yes. はじめまして、ドクター。新人オペレーターのジャッキーだよ。前はクルビアで補助検査。Shu brought me here to hang.
Okay.
I think I wrote my name on a document.
Okay.
It's supposed to sign. She said it was fine though. Now that
I need a job. And being a pharmaceutical company, surely Rhodes Island won't turn down an experienced plant hunter. And the plant hunter in question is none other.
long time no see.
Swire!
Hey, let me introduce myself again. Beatrix Schweier.
I was hoping. I was really hoping. Come on. two. Just one. Okay.
The name's Rope. Nice to meet you. Oh, here's
Come
your
on.
ID card.
Come on!
Captain of Reserve.
Give me Lady Luck!
Orchid reporting in.
Give me Lady Luck!
医療オペレーターのススーロです。ドクターは各方面
I got your sisters, man. They waiting for you to come home. They waiting for you to come home. No!
The number of proxies aboard Rhodes Island has almost exceeded that of those in Yen.
He's cool though. I want Shu first. Okay. Damn it. It looks like we're in the waiting room, man. Looks like we're in the waiting room. You know what? Nah. I was gonna get the skin. We're gonna do one more. We're gonna do one more. Damn it. Game hate me. You know what? I quit. I quit this game. We're signing off. We didn't get the queen. It was nice. It was nice. It was nice. Yeah. It was nice. It was a good run. It was a good run. It was a good run. Fuck. Bloat for real? Yeah. Yeah. All right. All right. I'm kind of sad. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm just a little bit sad. You know. Time to swipe that card? Nah, I got a trip. We'll see when I get back. Would not have blamed you for leaving. All right. My heart sank just like that. We got the male character instead of the, oh yeah, music. We got the male character instead of the one that's actually valuable. Check IS4 lobby in game. Is that the portal? Monthly squad is where it opens today. Huh. Okay. We'll come back and play with that. I want to make some decent progress today, since I won't be streaming for the next 2 days. Okay. 12. You guys said it was like 21, right? The loyal subjects are saluting before the king's procession. I don't think this is just a straight up combat mission. Nope. Okay. Starts off with the gloomy music. 60% of the infected here were infected within a week. They're deteriorating fairly rapidly too. Almost everyone here seems to have been abusing their originium arts. They haven't had time to learn what being an infected feels like or how to live as one. If only Shining was here. No. Even if a typical Rhodes Island medic operator would be doing a far better job than I am right now. All I can do is not enough. Don't blame yourself, Amiya. You've been at this the whole time. There wasn't as many infected in the streets of Northport before. It's true that everyone here fights tooth and nail just to get by, but we're in Londinium after all. It was only after I had left that I gradually came to realize just how lucky I was. What I took for granted was just exceptions for my privilege. People misjudge their own abilities in the environments they inhabit, mistakenly believing they rightfully earned their positions in life through their own efforts. Only when everything crumbles does one recognize the silver spoon in one's mouth. Damn. She's spitting. Such self-awareness, Your Royal Highness. So, this is what you came back for? To grow a large base of loyalists to help you ascend to the throne? See, okay, get him the fuck out of here. Get him the fuck out of here. I thought he was cool, but now he's starting to piss me off. I'm the stupid one here. I actually thought you were the legendary siege they would willingly die for. It was not my intention, Cater. I've never claimed to be any kind of royalty, but the move Morgan pulled did prove useful. You talked of unity before, so regardless, this is just a, wow, such an honor, to earn praise from Her Royal Highness Vina. How touching. Should we shake hands and find your royal photographer to take a picture of us together? Beat his ass. Like, just beat his ass. He's a disrespectful prick. Beat his ass. He doesn't even deserve to be a part of the gang. Just get him out of here. I don't know how I've offended you, Cater, but I believe we should be on the same side. The same side? Look, you're all clean and innocent, but us? Just the other day, we kicked out an old couple. They were my neighbors at the apartment I was renting, and they used to be real nice to me, even giving me fried fins they had made too much of. When we were dragged out by the Sarkas and brought to this area, I saw them panicking in the crowd, practically drowning in it, trying their hardest not to let go. I couldn't take it anymore, and I brought them to the boxing gym. That old lady worked really hard and helped us out a ton. The old man, well, he told a good joke, at least, and a night watch with him around was never boring. But I had them leave a few days ago. Delphine gave them 2 days worth of rations and helped them settle down at the Sood shopping center. Sood shopping center's basement car park. That place must have already been looted a dozen times, but if you're lucky, you can sometimes find food that's been left behind. That's a solid shelter. Should be safe enough. Yeah, but they were infected. Turned not too long ago at that. I don't know where the Iridium dust even floated from, and they're old and their condition was worsening rapidly. And I didn't give them a single Oripathy inhibitor, because they should go to someone younger and stronger who needs it more. I understand your decision, but I know they're ancient. They would probably die from a Sarkis arts, or from a building collapsing in on them, or even from a heart attack triggered by a cannon blast. But I snatched their last shred of hope away. Oh shit. I snatched their last shred of hope away from them. They might have even survived, but I killed them. And I don't think I've done any wrong. You know what, Vina? Can you imagine how they were when they left? I can imagine. No, you can't. No crying, no pleading, no cursing. That old man was still making jokes up to the very last moment, mocking the head chief of the old Gaulish restaurant at the mall. They clutched their tiny little bags stuffed with all their remaining hopes. And just like that, they helped each other through all their shaking and trembling and went out the door. If they were unlucky... Why did it start like this? If they were unlucky, they might have already been robbed by some roadside lunatic. I dreamt of them yesterday. You're not responsible for any of this, Kater. You think I dreamt of their tragic deaths from Oripathy, starvation, or the flames of war? I dreamt that the war was over, that Norport had returned to Londinium, and we were rebuilding our home. I saw order being restored, the city walls patched up, us living in spanking new houses, and then amongst the crowd celebrating it all, I saw that old geezer. Still alive. He had survived, and sometimes it was his wife and sometimes it was his wife instead. Meaning, like, sometimes he would see his wife instead of him. He or she would stare at me dead on with those eyes in the gaps between the fireworks. I was never afraid of them dying. I know I made a cruel decision. I forced them to sacrifice themselves for a chance to save others. But what if, when all this is done and over with, hatred still flows on the peaceful banks of the Saint Juna River? He'll gaze at me as if asking me, how should I answer? How do I leave this war? I'm very sorry. Don't apologize, Vina. You don't have the right. You hold a sword that only exists in fables, and tell us the former boss of the Glasgow gang is actually a king. And all those young thugs following her are knights, supporters, vassals of royalty. And then you say that you've returned, you should help us, you can save us, and we should unite and stand together by your side. Real funny, isn't it? After all everyone's been through, after the Glasgow gang who helped others run their turf became a ragtag group of drifters, thieves, robbers, and murderers, you finally returned. You became kings, knights, and saints. I should be welcoming you with open arms, King of the Siege. Your Glasgow gang isn't here anymore. You are nothing. To us members of the current Glasgow gang, you are nothing at all. But we have to work together. Only then we can survive the war. You sure are clever, Vina. We don't plan to stop anything, and you have no good reason for us to sacrifice ourselves for your lofty ideals. You lot and the nobles are at war with the Sarkas, fighting over something I could have never thought about my whole life. And us utterly defenseless commoners, we're pushed here by the slightest ripples of your war. Yes, for the sake of keeping my head, I will first resist the urge to strangle you to death. You lot can stay here and go on with your magnificent plans to save this neighborhood or the whole damn country. Or you can finish your business, then leave quietly just as you arrived. I have no thoughts on any of this, Your Royal Highness. Am I even qualified to ask? No, I'm only a member of the Glasgow gang and the Vina you know. Then wait and see, Vina. He would have been kicked out immediately. I'd have been like, you right. You ain't doing nothing. So you get the fuck out. and you handle this on your own. That's disrespectful as fuck. I get why some people might dislike Cater, but you really got to think about the stuff they've been experiencing and the sudden realization someone they knew was a future ruler and they left just like all the royalty. Hold on, let me make this bigger. Just like all the royalty have done, she pushed responsibilities onto other people and didn't even think about the consequences of leaving them, and is just acting like things are back to normal. I don't see it that way. She's not telling anyone to do anything. Yeah, she kept it to herself. Yeah, sure. But she's not treating anyone like shit. She's not commanding anyone to do anyone or do anything. All the people around her are choosing to protect her, are choosing to help her, are choosing. So I don't see it the same way. She's not holding a staff and saying, you guys go fight the front lines. Right? So I don't see it the same way. She has a title. That's it. And people around her are embracing that title. So, I mean, that's how I'm seeing it. It's all just about where were you when we, your friends, needed you? Yeah, but you gotta also, even so, let's strip the title away from her. She still left, and she still came back. So if it wasn't for that title, would he still be talking to her the same way? If she was saying the same things, would he still be talking to her the same way? Would he still be disrespecting her? No, this is all about her title. So, I told you before, Mr. Colbert, loading up supplies and throwing them out was not a good idea. He's just a certified noble hater. I hate the way that you talk, the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. Loading up supplies and throwing them out was not a good idea. It is indeed different from what I had imagined. Percival. I thought this would somehow help a few people. They could have each swiped one of the 2 cans of beans, and they could have at least. Oh God, I'm already doing it. Slow down. They could have each swiped one of 2 cans of beans, and they could have made it last until the next distribution. I should have made this even more public. It would have ended the same, Mr. Colbert, or maybe even worse. Even if they were pretending to be polite before, you should probably hide somewhere safe with the way things are now. It's good that you have some life-saving supplies, but take a guess. Would you look more like a saint or a devil in their eyes? I'm a Sarkis in the first place. Are they telling the truth? An Aslan heir to the throne? The Dukes are following her orders and are about to launch an assault here. I'm sure you're not one of those street punks who live in those legends. We all know how the king died. Whoever they are, they've helped us greatly, so we should. Oh, you sent all the new voice lines. I don't think we'll be doing those today. We'll do those when I return. talk with them, right? Miss Inez. We should gone about this in a gentler... You're the one from before. Believe us, we mean no harm. We just want to talk to you. Do you think I'd believe you? A hooded mystery, a Sarkis mercenary, and your claim of being in cahoots with the Aslan King? Huh, anything is possible. I never expected to get another identity for myself here. What are you planning? You're both from Sunset Street Hotel, right? Seems like these two know their secret channels well. A kindly Sarkis mercenary gave up some supplies. It's not much, but I think... Let's not be hasty, sir. We can talk this out. We also have some attractive proposals for the both of you. Fine, it doesn't matter who you are, as long as you're serious about helping out birdies. Is this the hotel now? Yeah, it is. Okay. So this hotel is still standing. Fuck. I thought it was a complete ruin from the outside. I could have spent 5 hours complaining to you about how difficult it was to put up a facade of ruin. We just want to avoid trouble. Mr. Colbert here isn't the fighting sort. I hope you won't blame me, but I just want to maintain the dignity of this hotel. It used to be a great place, and I've worked here my whole life, so I couldn't bear to see my hard work burn to ash. I understand, Mr. Colbert. I remember what it used to look like. Those dazzling crystal chandeliers, passionate doormen and waiters, and those generous suites. Gorgeous suites. Not to mention those beautiful flags hanging on the door. Flags? I see. You were once a valued guest of our establishment. That was many years ago. We can talk about those things later. I hear there's a Sarkis mercenary giving you food. Yes, a young girl who calls herself Paprika. I have a feeling it's not an easy matter for her. Paprika? Do you know a mercenary by that name, Inez? I saw a brief from Aslan's mission in Hypergryph, and the name came up. I remember now. She let Catherine go. Manfred apprehended her, and I thought she was already dead. So you're saying this is a genuinely kind Sarkis? No, this means the food supplies is probably within the scope of Manfred's plans. The military commission needs the people of Norport to stay alive, for now at least. What are they waiting for? We don't have the time to care about Sarkis plans now, Rhodes Islanders. I know this hotel houses a communication station and I need to use it. What are you planning to do? Contact the Dukes and have them provide backup. So your story about that Her Royal Highness was fake after all. You gave the people of Norport a phony promise. We're working hard to make it a reality. As long as we get a broadcast out, the Dukes won't sit idly by. This I can assure you. You believe Jesus Christ. You believe in those nobles that much? I believe in their ambition. And what about after your broadcast? There's no way to encrypt the frequency here, so the Sarkis are going to hear it too. Miss Vina told me that she and the Glasgow gang will organize an operation to break through the blockade walls, and should they manage it, there should be secret passages leading outside. They've used it before, so we just have to hold out until the Dukes launch their assault. And how long will we need to hold out? Under 4 hours. You sound certain. And after leaving this area, this is a battlefield after all. That's a problem for later. There's no way we can plan for everything in advance. We just have to escape this place. And then what happens after will surely... Just a second. Are there any other guests in the hotel? No, of course not. It's just me and Percival hiding here these days. She saw someone. The shadow is expanding. Hide yourself and follow me. Huh? But Miss Inez, don't drag me. Come with me if you want to live. Delphine Windermere. What? You. How did you... You want to leave here too? What? What's going on now? Mr. Colbert, do as they say. Doctor, you... Don't worry, we're still cooperating with him. You should have a good chat with Miss Delphine. This is concerning Rhodes Island's future. I get it. You want a chair, sir? No need. I preferred it. I didn't realize he was in there. I just said that. Just wait. How long has he been around? I thought he left. I prefer to stand. You've gotten me into quite a bit of trouble, Doctor of Rhodes Island. The identity of Her Royal Highness Alexandrina is an extremely sensitive matter in Victoria, and you should have been well aware of this. I thought we already came to a tacit understanding on this matter. But, well, let us put that aside for this moment. Might you introduce me to that hasty blue-haired lady who just left? I would like to make her acquaintance. Perhaps even share a dance with her. He's been around the whole fucking time?
All operators must maintain strict discipline.
It is your tyrannies that fuel this flame.
Handle the choke point.
I'm listening.
Please, trust in me. I'm listening. There you are.
Of course, it's the one that made it to the back line that ended up.
I am Dublin. Yeah, you'll hear from me as needed.
Forward. Don't keep nothing to mask the scent of despair.
Target marked.
This will be over soon.
I will protect us all.
Yielding is not an option. Don't keep me. You can't hide your fear. This will be over soon.
I'm preparing your lives. Now ignited.
Yielding is not an option.
Oh, fuck.
Just who are you weaklings going to stop like that?
I got lucky with those two.
Don't keep me. You can't hide your fear. This will be over soon.
I'm hearing movement.
Jesus Christ.
Just who are you weaklings going to stop like that?
Dags att välja vårt byte.
This will be over soon.
There is no... I'm prepared alive. Now, ignite.
Solidify. This will be over soon.
What do you need of me? What do you need of me? Get out of my home!
Just who are you weaklings going to stop like that?
With all of you behind me, I won't take a single step back.
Just who are you weaklings going to stop like that?
I'm listening. Hey, don't come any closer. Mission accomplished.
Oh my God.
Take a breather and tally up your losses. Nothing worth celebrating.
I didn't think I was going to be able to do that.
A second or two.
Is this the beginning of the hard shit? Dude, like, holy crap.
What audience have you picked for me today?
What does this mean? I can't use her? Thank you.
Leave it to me, Doctor.
ETA 6 mics.
Tactical support system. Online.
これ以上は進ませません。ここ飯は食ってねえのか。全力で来い。
An improv from us.
Ah, fuck. That works on the fucking boxes too. That's what I didn't want to do.
Sink your corpse into shadow. No one will find it.
Your lives are mine to protect.
You can't hide your fear.
I'm headed into the thick of it. The concert. Ecstasy, as bright as gold.
Nothing can mask the scent of despair.
Good timing.
Focus on that, please.
You can't hide your fear.
Arch unit charging.
Nothing can mask the scent of
I am Dublin. Roger, Wilco. Be advised. Target eliminated.
You can't hide your fear.
What would you feel your own self to your heart's content?
I just figured out how I'm gonna defeat them now. Have I played any AAA games before? Yeah, you'll see some every now and then on the channel. I played Stellar Blade recently. I'm gonna be playing Black Myth Wukong when it comes out. I'm not just a gacha gamer. What the fuck?
You needn't fear. The concert may begin at any time.
Nothing can mask the scent of despair. Better watch your step.
Yeah, this is gonna be rough.
What do you need of me?
Oh, because of the shield.
Nothing can mask the scent of despair.
Finally. Am I up? What do you need of nature should not be disturbed.
You can't hide your fear.
I'm prepared. I am Dublin.
Better watch your step.
In position.
Engaging. That all you got? Finally, am I up?
Yo, fuck that guy.
I will sink your corpse into shadow. No one will find it.
Initiation loading complete. A solo.
You can't hide your fear.
Oh fuck. Please tell me he's gonna go up. Thank you. Fuck.
Engaging.
Oh my god, that was lucky.
The ecstasy as bright as gold. I'm prepared. I am Dublin.
Nothing can mask the scent of despair.
Mission accomplished.
Oh, luck. So your name really is Delphine Windermere. So she's related to the fucking Duke. How did you know? I guessed. Fine, you guessed. 3 cheers for you. That's a Trilby Asher. You have the Duke of Castor behind you. No wonder she's after that realm blade. She's not trying to keep her ambitions up her sleeve anymore. Looks like you... Oh god. Looks like you lot are in far more shit situations than I thought. Is Vina really back in Lindunium to take the throne? You'd have to ask her. I don't really care. What do you like to care more about then? How not to get my clothes dirty more than anything, if I had to say. Once I get back, I'll tell my mother. She'll want to keep a closer eye on Rhodes Island's pharmaceuticals. So she actually is like a fucking agent. Like she's not there under bad circumstances or anything. This is actually like she's on some fucking dumbass shit. Oh man, I thought she was cool too. Is everyone around here just scummy? Like it's just like I'll tell my mommy, like the fuck? Turns out we were underestimating the medical organization. What, do I not look like a doctor? No. I'll try a little harder next time. Now let's lay our cards on the table, Delphine. How many men did the Duke of Windermere deploy on this plate? I have 2 bodyguards, but I assume they're both dead. Just after the Sarkas put this place under lockdown, they tried to break out with me in tow. They failed. 2 bodyguards. Very down to earth for a Duke's princess. Oh man. This is crazy, man. You have eyes on that sword too? You can relax. Duke Windermere is not interested in the size of kings. I can promise you that. So why are you here? Coincidence. Let me remind you, you owe me one. You're capable of leaving right now. I'm guessing Sir Trilby Asher would love to talk with a fellow Duke's successor. Of course. We got the boy, Special K. The man, the myth, the legend. That other motherfucker still playing Arknights. We got greatness in our chat room. All right, chat. We got greatness in here. All right. Please welcome the man, the myth, the legend, Keith, aka Special K. How you doing, brother? How you doing? What's poppin'? Heard every stream of his is an experience. Oh, jeez. You're capable of leaving right now. I'm guessing Sir Trilby Asher would love to talk with a fellow Duke successor. You're too kind. I appreciate it, bro. Nah. I appreciate you, brother. If the Duke of Windermere, fighter of the good fight, knew her own daughter got into an accident on a Sarkaz surrounded plate, what would she do? I imagine any duke would love to see her competitor take the first turn in fighting Thyrsis to the last man. So that's how she's so certain about every decision that she's making. She knows that Duke Windermere is gonna come to her aid. Yeah. That's crazy. Of course, I could be too mean theorizing about him. He's still outside. Maybe he'll invite you for an afternoon tea. I'll be totally frank, Miss Inez. Your arts have saved my life. I can't argue that. But me being trapped here really is just a coincidence. Every Duke has their own intelligence network in Londinium, whether it's to monitor Sarkaz's movements or to peep at what the other Dukes are doing. If we're being completely honest, the latter is more important than the former. I simply thought Norport Borough would be a suitable place to hide. To go further, an AWOL crown hair, once part of the Glasgow gang, would be a very meaningful source of intel for you. Not exactly. Me and Bear just like going to the same video shop. My guess is the fact Vina can wander around Norport with the size of kings and hasn't been shopped off together with the sword to meet the Duke of Castor. That's because our Trilby Asher wants to use your group's power to settle some of his own problems. Right? You're looking for the airship. It's true. No Duke would resist the temptation. Even I want to know how the Sarkaz can construct a flying fortress. It'll upend how future wars are fought. You people really love these wars. I think a Sarkaz mercenary would be just as passionate. If only you knew she's not a Sarkaz. Okay, fine. I do owe you one. So what does Rhodes Island, House of Darling Doctors, plan to use my life for? Just like I just said, I've got no bodyguards or troops. I can send out for you here. So she can't send out any bodyguards or troops. Be as disappointed as you want, Miss Inez. I can't help you. Your friends are that Trilby Asher with any of your issues. We can handle our man in the airship ourselves just fine. Then what do you want? You know full well that I'm worth to Duke Castor, but you still rescue me. You're not telling me you helped me a bunch of... Wait, you're not telling me you helped me a bunch just because you're that kind and a good of a person. Sorry, but no. Worth asking. It'd be hard for us to compete with the Duke's power, I'll grant that. And compared to Rhodes Island, I'm afraid the Duke of Castor has more of her energies focused elsewhere. I trust you can talk your mother into helping out here. That's a very high asking price. You want the support of my mother stepping up so that you can break free from the Duke Castor's control? You know what a tightrope act that's going to be. Unfortunately, that's the only choice our House of Darling Doctors has. Wait, wasn't she the one that revealed that Vina was... Yeah, wasn't she the one who let everyone know who Vina was? It was Morgan. Okay. I was about to say that was scummy. Doctor, I don't know if their talks with that hotel are going smoothly or not. Maybe I should have gone with them. Don't worry, Amiya. Miss Inez isn't going to put the doctor in danger. Besides, we're just borrowing their comm station. I know, and I know the sick here need me more. We nailed down a specific evacuation time before they left. We'll need to withstand the counterattack from the Sarkaz barracks. As long as the Dukes and the Sarkaz open fire on each other, the chances are ours to take. The plan will go smoothly. Yes, I'm just somewhat uneasy. As I'm reading Amiya's text, every single time I hear her voice from from the English voice lines. I wish I could get Amiya's voice actor to just come and voice every time she's in here. That would be sick. There's something here that's stifling me. I don't know what it is. At first I thought it was just how heavy the atmosphere was in Norport. And after that, I thought Teresa was wanting to show me something again. But it doesn't seem like it's either one of those. Amiya, when I was aboard the land ship, I met someone who called you the King of Sarkas. They were Sarkas themselves. What does that mean to you? You clearly aren't a Sarkas. Do you hope to be a ruler who can lead her subjects, or a hero who spearheads the charge? Siege runs a light hand. Siege runs a light hand over to the size of King's at her side. The blade is still ice cold as ever. I don't know, Siege. I have to confess. There was a future Teresa showed to all of us. I still firmly believe that the future she recounted is worth living for, more than anything else. But she gave the crown to me, yet didn't tell me just how I should arrive there. And now, she stood opposing us. I can only try to convince myself that this is her way of testing me. I haven't actually decided how I'll face her. What will she say to me? How will she look upon what I'm doing? Will the path I choose by myself disappoint her? I don't know if I'm someone worth handling the authority of the King of Sarkas. But still, you choose to undertake that duty. I worry myself that I can't be the person they're all expecting. The hero who can cleave apart catastrophe, the monarch who can unite the citizenry. How am I meant to do that? How am I meant to respond to hopes that heavy? Tear down a wall, or persuade a few nobles? Shout to the people, or use silence to display my majesty? I'm not good at any of that. And Gawain never taught me it either. I spent most of my time in the Glasgow gang, beating up rowdy drunkards, running with my friends to help them shake the coppers. They used the word coppers in here. That's all I knew. And I learned a few things at Rhodes Island, but that wasn't going to help me figure out what I should do. I thought it'd click when I came back. But once Morgan took the lead on the people here, calling me Her Royal Highness, still, I couldn't find a thing to say. I don't know what to do. I'm so glad it was just a temporary trick to keep everyone placid. But then, what if I do genuinely have to take that road? I just couldn't ignore how those people were suffering. That's all it was. And now it's become this. Siege. Perhaps that much is enough. Teresa once told me that King of Sarkas wasn't a duty. I too just didn't want to turn away. Doctor of Rhodes Island, do you like your job? Well, it seems you believe you're doing something meaningful. Regardless, I can't say I like mine. Nobody's born in love with all the jockeying and maneuvering. I know I wasn't. If it was possible, I used my noble name to buy a big plot of land in some far-flung country and while away my afternoons by the fire. None of you guys are going to be able to do that to the look of this shit, because holy fuck, it's just a whole bunch of scummy people around everybody. With a small tusk piece to keep, ideally in a forest behind a manor for walks and pondering question of literature and poetry and such. I'm ashamed to say I'm a lousy poet. Sometimes I get practice works of mine published in the Londinium Daily. Come on, man, I don't care about that. The man before you fiddles with his hat, almost visibly embarrassed. The critics take no notice, but it sends me over the moon. Still, we know that's not an easy life to make real. The ideal never is. This is the age we've been cast into. All we can do is act in the way it educates us. Tell me, who was here just now? The owner and the doorman of the hotel. You know who I mean, Doctor of Rhodes Island. How about this? We can make a deal on the side. You bring that operator of yours out of this hotel and continue on with your mission as previously discussed. Then once it's done, I'll give you and Her Royal Highness Alexandrina a referral to the Duke. Not as a pawn or a hostage, but as a guest and a friend. We are worth working closer with. You can be assured to forever honor her commitments is a tenet of her ladyships. I hate how they talk, man. You're more interested in a Victorian than a Sarkis? Of course, we're in Victoria after all. Don't be fooled by her appearances. Do you really think this plate is no more than a lovable little Sarkis-built prison cell? I don't think this place is lovable. Fine, miserable, then suit yourself. While you're occupied with proclaiming yourselves the royal heirs apparent to Victoria and giving the infected their jabs, I'll be busy anyhow. There are common Londinium folk in torment here. But those aside, there are great numbers of people taking care of to cover their tracks, people with ulterior motives. The Duke I serve wishes sincerely that Victoria regains its glory after it strides over the coals. But some aren't envisioning? That's not envision. Envisaging? The same thing? What is that word? Possibility of or desirable future event. Huh. I have to root them out. It's another part of my work. While saving the citizens here has nothing to do with you, let me guess. You're ready to pull from the textbook to criticize me. So no. It is something to do with me. I pray wholeheartedly that every person may live in peace and good health. But it's not possible, is it? Some people can cling. Hold on, chat. Darkness. Absolute darkness. You guys can hear me, right? Some people can cling to the now, speaking every little thing by themselves, but somehow some have weightier callings to undertake, even if it's not what they wish for, such as seeking a future where a nation can find its footing. I respect the former type, but all the same, hope you wouldn't reject the latter. Every duke could claim the same thing. They all think they're seeking a future for the nation. That's the source of the disaster Victoria is in now. I won't deny it. Some superficials would say the dukes are merely contesting over authority and advantage. It appears you're not one of them, Doctor of Rhodes Island. Authority is only a means, and advantage is only a tool. What the Dukes are truly vying over are the qualifications to lead this country into the future. Victoria has been dust-laden for long enough, and the Sarkas will be the sandpaper that wipes Victoria clean. With some polishing, our nation will shine with glory again. You really are a lousy poet, Mr. Trilby Asher. Coming out of the shadows. I am darkness, the night. I am Inez. I see you're finally here, Miss Inez. I thought I wouldn't catch you this time. Or in time.
This area is clear of danger for now. Doctor, you always been like this? Any problem?
Wait.
You'll solve it?
Oh, it's 17 when I get... Okay, never mind. I got excited for a second. Oh, I'm starting to hate this shit. I'm really starting to hate this shit. Right. Now remember, that's the Rhodes Island uniform. Mr. Guard has a set of it, and if memory serves, Miss Susie went to some Rhodes Island after leaving Caledon too. It should be a good bunch. Why help Miss Susie otherwise? And they're helping the infected here too. It's tough being the good ones. The good ones always choose too much responsibility for themselves. All while some responsibilities weren't meant for anyone to bear. Poor Rhodes Island. Maybe they went down the wrong path from square one. Just like Nine said. Oh, so he follows Nine? Who is he with? Like, who is he helping? No, I haven't read A Light Spark in Darkness. Just like Nine said, injections and tablets won't solve erypathy. The body can hurt less, but others won't change the way that they look at you so easily. We need to force them to see us, to hear our voices, to admit we're not just sores and ulcers on them. What do you think? Oh, somebody's with him? You've been with me long enough, friends. Any brilliant ideas about what I just mentioned? Oh, they're not really with him. Okay, that makes sense. Reunion. Why did... Has anyone played Final Fantasy VII Remake? The guys with the hoods on? Reunion. 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 You aren't part of our objective. So I'm guessing we can keep doing each to our own. Fine, leave then. Well, since Dublin is in the mix now, it's about time I get them evacuated. I've had a little bit more time. I could have talked to a few more people here. For now, let's go rendezvous with her. You call yourself a poet, Miss Inez. Another marvelous insight to share? I've met a few poets before, all far better than you, because they never misused their metaphors. Dust, sandpaper, out of this plate, this nation. Even if the entire land itself, who is the dust, and who is the sandpaper? And how are you qualified to decide who's who? War doesn't do metaphor in any way. It's not some terrific journey. It's not some furnace for glory once again. It's not some ship sailing for revival. It's just people struggling in mud, arms broken in ruins, stenches that never fade. That's all it is. I know that better than anyone. We can set our differences for now. I respect the views of a veteran mercenary, but I do need an answer to my proposal for promoting from a pawn to a friend. Inez, here. What was Delphine's response? She agreed. As long as both we and her can leave this place alive. He's already left for the comm station. The broadcast will be out immediately. It's a shame. We didn't need to go that far. You've turned down an invitation from Victoria. All I've turned down is a lousy poet. The Duke of Castor cannot stand for all of Victoria. She will. This is one of your little schemes too? Delphine, what are you? Run there. Oh, fuck you. Oh, I thought that was Manfred. What a clamorous locale. Should I refer to you as Captain of the Red Steel Guard or the Brigadier of Dublin? Such a surprise to see your people here. I thought that was Manfred for a second. Finally, an end to the slog. Delphine and that doctor will sort out the comm station, right? It'll all go smooth and we can leave Norport. Figured out where you're off to after? Dunno. Anyone mucking in Norport gang either came out of an orphanage or plain lost anyone to fall back on. Goes for us too, pretty much, I figure. There'll be a way. We'll find some way to feed ourselves. Maybe I'll go off and join those rust hammers. They love to tell stories about them, don't they? Won't catch me dead being a Duke's estate refugee at any rate. Down on my knees begging those ivory tower shits for a bowl of gruel. Castor, I know. You think I'm on some naive shit. Like, oh, let's knock the daylights out of the Sarkas was. Baird, I've lost enough living through all this. I can't just abandon the final specs I still have. All this pain, this torment, if it turns me, crushes me soft after all, then I may as well be dead in an alley. It's maybe hard to criticize being crushed, Cater. Nobody's actually got a spine of steel. During the day, I went to the video shop. McLaren wasn't there fighting over that luggage thing of supplies, so I thought he might have had an accident. He always thinks everyone's up to something, the weirdo. You've gone and drunk plenty of his squash, haven't you? Fine then. May he live forevermore. He alright? He's still alive? Front of the video shop was wrecked. I'd guess he's been raided a bunch. I tried calling for him, but no response. So I thought he was hiding somewhere else, until I saw him. Through his window, all nailed shut, just a crack left. I saw his eyes, bulging out of their sockets, covered in blood, terrified, desperate. Didn't dare look at him again. I don't think he can come out of there anymore. You say soft. You call him that, but we know we're not far off ourselves. We still have a chance to save all this. It'll be tough. We'll have to survive the Sarkis' likely counterattack. And then the artillery from the Duke's forces. But it's not at all impossible. Right now, we need to figure out what moves the Sarkis barracks are going to make against us. Always on time to encourage us and remind us what we need to do, Your Majesty. How reliable of you. Cater. Might I have the privilege of your orders again? I'm wondering, what would you say a king is? What? Taking me in as your vassal? No, I've said it 1,000 times. I'm just Vina of the Glasgow gang. I just realized I never honestly thought about the question before. Maybe I'm clueless how, aside from all that praise about honor and majesty, what a king is to you. No, to us, as a thing that exists. It doesn't. It's nothing. No king ever meant shit to us. I'm happier giving my respect to the tuck shop owner, who does a discount for me when I've not enough in my purse. Victoria's always had a king since ancient times. Yeah, and who were they? Because I'm terribly sorry, I'm not some hoity-toity Aslan or Draco, and I've never met one either. If they're nowhere except a few names in a book, then I know Chief Vito off the Syracusian restaurant ads better than I do them. We haven't had a king for how many years? Are our lives any worse? Fine, maybe they are. But I really doubt it's anything to do with whether we've got a king or not. I don't care if it's you or whatever heavyweight is taking the throne. You're not going to be looking us down here in the eye. By your definitions, a foolish king get lost in banquets and wine, while a wise king draws up war and taxes. If you ask me, it's ego chasing, no matter which. The vanity of thinking you can control everything, full stop. Siege, everyone in Norport is bowing down to you as their one hope. So you tell me, you having fun? You think saving them is your glorious bloody calling? I'd never say calling. Never. Just you think you got some kind of responsibility, like they're watching you and you need to answer them. Some bloody mess you're in, poor old Royal Highness. I'd ask, but you know, I would have beat his ass by now. Are they willing to pin their sights on you because you're a member of a street gang? Or because you're a bombshell of a surname Victoria? I'll be frank. He's pissing me off. He's actually pissing me off. I'll be frank. I've just as much been hoping for someone to save all this, save all of us, save this bloody endless cesspit. And who's going to do all that? Quit dreaming. Daring to bear the responsibility is a fine moral thing that helps us muck our way in the street, Siege. But don't give people false hope with that king persona. And don't ever buy that they were right to expect this shit of you since the day you were born. Got visitors. Do we do them in? Don't jump to anything. We don't want to tip them off. We just need a grasp of how they're deployed for now. Something's off. Be on high alert. You lot. Don't get the wrong idea, sir. We're not here for trouble, just passing by. Baird. Didn't you say don't tip them off? Shit, I didn't do anything. This blood. He was already badly injured. He was fleeing this way. Someone in the lockdown take him to task. Don't think so. Not like we haven't tried before. Maybe there's a chance to take one out or two, but it's a whole army keeping us in here. Even if a sneak attack goes well, they'll retaliate fast unless... Is it usually this quiet around here? From atop the zone's walls, searchlights throw down beams of death pale white. They are well versed in the odors that pervade Norport. But here, the smell of fresh blood fills the air. Get out of here, fast. We need to gather every citizen we can find on this plate. But we still don't have word back from Miss Inez and the doctor. We'll just have to assume for now that their side's going smooth. Someone's already made a move here. You're sure? I'm sure. That's an Aslan. She's not part of our objective. That's fine. She'll make the call herself. Damn it, the door's here, but the door here's been sealed. Doctor, stay behind me. Everyone, a warm welcome to the Sunset Street Hotel. We haven't had that many esteemed visitors in a very long time. Colbert, I told you to stay hidden. Not receiving guests at the door would be my failure as an owner of a hotel. I'm very sorry how limited we are under present conditions. I have some complimentary tea brought. He's going crazy a little bit, I think. Is there anything I might be able to help you with? Do you have normal water then? I'm a bit thirsty actually. That I can serve you, Miss Delphine. Old Wellington wasn't willing to let this place off after all. Nor Duke Castor. Would you allow me to leave now? You and that blue-haired feline are staying. I imagine the Duke of Castor and the Duke of Wellington have an unspoken agreement on the standing off against the Sarkaz front. And as for the goals of each one of us, some unspoken agreement too. I simply obey the orders I receive. Are all Tarans as dreary as you? My sense of humor is reserved for my friends. Wonderful, I love making friends. Being fellow Victorians, why don't we start by complaining about the weather? Yes, the weather. Londinium has been horrible, and it's only getting worse. We actually saw the sun some days 40 years ago. 40 years ago. Our hotel was much better then than now too. What an incredible place it was. I still remember to this day when I first came on as the doorman. Your presence isn't needed, Sarkaz. Sir, I'm truly sorry, but it's my hope you'll regard me as a Victorian much like you. We are all the people of Victoria. We have. Oh, Jesus Christ, I hate the way they speak. What need do we have for tensions like this, no? Rare to see a Sarkaz self-identifying as a Victorian. Isn't your case much along the same lines as mine, miss? Us Sarkaz living outside of Kasdal have to find home for ourselves, don't we? I'm afraid most Sarkaz don't think so. Hence why they're always so desperate, so wary. In my view, well, I've lived here all my life, and every wall, every floor is a familiar one to me. Far more familiar than Kasdal so far anyway. Pardon my negligence these days, but I'd wipe every table spotless by myself in the older times. I was proud of my work. You should have seen what it was like back then. Oh, different times. They put me under the illusion that days like those would last forever. But times like those come to an end. Percival, it really is a shame you came to work here after the place declined. To be honest, I don't really care that much. If it was ravaged by war and shaken to rubble as everything else right now, honestly, I might be taking things better myself. What hurts me is, on an afternoon like all afternoons that used to be, I finished wiping the tables, lifted my head, and it suddenly hit me how old everything around me was. And I was clueless how it even happened. It's weird to start a fight there.
All operators must maintain strict discipline.
これ以上は進ませません。どこにまとめてかかってきやがれ。
Your lives are mine to protect.
問題なく即戦即決。
Why does it sound like someone's taking damage? Oh, the ability. Never mind.
will protect us all. I'm listening. There you are.
I'm prepared to fight.
問題ないよ。いや悪いね。僕は別に信徒じゃないよ。
There you are. There is no head.
Arch unit charging.
Where do you wish to go? I'm prepared. I am Dublin.
Forward.
What would you like? Feel your own self to your heart's content.
信号は安定。いつでも行けるよ。
I'm headed into the thick of it. There you are.
I'm prepared to fight.
In position. Don't come any closer.
Alive. Now ignited.
Here I am.
Yielding is not an option.
What would you suffering will come to rest. Take aim.
I'm prepared. I am Dublin.
The concert may begin at any time.
Mission accomplished.
Yes, I do know about Jessica. The reason I put her there was because of her three block. That's why. Morgan brought a few people back already. They're getting their medicine now. Dagda and Hannah are looking for anyone who might still be hidden in ruins. What are you guys talking about? I don't know. I don't know what. There was nothing I needed to know there. I don't need a Jessica trick. It's fine. It doesn't really matter. What's up, Non-Pod? How you doing, brother? You know the state of the plates, the plate's been using these days. Oh, Jesus Christ, words. You know the state the plate's been in these days. Barely anyone will poke their face into the street anymore. Plus they went from rioting into barely wanting to go hide. Bet there's been a few tucked away, shivering in cubicles in some skyscraper, living off whatever scraps they can pick once it's night. Siege, you're gonna find them all? I know I'm obviously not gonna be able to save every person, but what matters is we let them know an evacuation's about to happen. Otherwise, once the Dukes start firing their artillery, the majority aren't going to realize that there's an opportunity to leave, and they'll just find some way to hide even better. That's their choice. Maybe they'll end up still alive when the Sarkists leave, but they'll need to know there are other options. Fine, other options. There's still a few places I heard signs of life from a few days ago. I hope it wasn't just wild beasts gigging at the wreckage for eats. Morgan, what's wrong? You look funny. No, I'm fine. I'm just a little bit thrown. Oh boy, Stratus, Strayus, and Granny Amiya got into a fight over a single jab of first aid inhibitor. One of them blinded the other in the eye. Me and Amiya busted our asses getting them off of each other again, but that eye's hopeless now. We didn't bring that much medicine in the first place, and everyone's gathered outside. Some of them are in an awful panic. They're worrying they might get infected. Some of them haven't even realized they are already infected. Amiya said she hasn't been contacted by Inez on time. She needs to check on how her and the doctor are doing. I couldn't hang around there any longer on my own. Came here to catch my breath. You're real chummy with the people you brought back. I grew up here since I was a kid after all. I'm willing to bet not even you or Hannah know Norport as well as I do, let alone Siege. You were always wandering around back then whenever you had nothing to do. Yeah. Forget. Yeah, some of this is starting to weigh on them too. It's a little too much. They need to evacuate as soon as possible. But they said what? It was 4 hours like 2 sections ago? Or was it 4 hours since they sent the message? Either way, that's a long time to wait and still hold off. Yeah, forget back of my hand. I know Norport like my palm. Every little crease and fold where it goes. I was off trying to find all these people I'd known for yonks. I tried looking for McLaren again, and it's not that he won't respond to us. He's gone deaf. I saw blood coming from his ears. I wrote a quick note for him. Should have seen it clear as day, but he just went and hid back inside. And Karsh, guy who ran the record store, used to trick me into buying awful vinyls just like the stalest stuff. Don't know how much money I wasted at his legs. One of his legs is nothing like a leg should look like. God knows how he shuffled over there. Brenda, the one doing import clothes, she's always lent me these fashion magazines from Lungman to read. I did some treatment on her burns for her, but... And Claire, Ellen, Ito, I know every one of them. Vina, did we come back just so we could see all this? What the hell did we come back for? Vina, if all we could do is watch on while this happens, if we don't have any way to change anything, then maybe we should have just forgotten about this place at all. You know, I've read the hero sagas, their terrific adventures and journeys, their chivalry and justice defeating the evil, but anyone outside of the heroes, just a backdrop to the legend. They just exist in the story so the main character can have someone to talk to or a chance to grow. I always thought that was our kind of story. I was always so bleeding proud of myself. But I know every one of them. God's sakes, I know every one of them. Like this would be some bloody outline of Monsters Wreck Village. Hero kills the monster. It's not that simple. This isn't just some stupid clinch revenge story. I mean, 20 years I lived with them in my life. They're not names for a grieving hero to check off out loud. They're not flashbacks they can just stuff into an aside before they kill a villain. They shouldn't be. Morgan, I know it's you. Vina. Alexandrina Vina Victoria. Did you come back to this country to take a crown which was rightfully yours, to create eternal legends of yet another Aslan king? Or did you do it to come back home? Vina, I'm begging you. Tell me this isn't going to be forever. You can tell me we just need to hold on a little longer. Tears fall from the face of someone Siege couldn't know any better. To her memory, she's practically never seen Morgan crying outside of the video shop. The size of kings is ever ice cold. The size of king is ever silent. I'm sorry, Vina. I don't blame you or anything. I was just walking on the street and I looked up and it all hit me. We've lost Norport Borough. We really have. Morgan, Vina, Their friends back out. The room falls silent, like all the past liveliness and merriment that took place in here was one long hallucination. The furnishings, same as they were, hardly different to when they left. Nothing remains here. Over the prior days, Siege has constantly subconsciously been feeling the sword named the size of kings. Once again, out of habit, she puts her hand to the hilt. She tries to feel some sort of energy from it, some sort of motivation, even some kind of duty or preordained self-sacrificial destiny would be fine. Again and again, she is left disappointed. What did she come back for? Just to experience all of this? Or did that expectation simply fall on the wrong person when it chose her? Did this sword and her teacher foster too much of an illusion in her? To the point she thought she could be some kind of symbol? Siege has never hated her own irresolution as badly as this. Morgan, maybe I came back just so I wouldn't regret it. Just so I wouldn't realize years down the line that I never did anything when I first could. I don't know where I'll go from here, but I just can't bear this. And we're back here. That's sad, man, because it's literally they're just watching everything fall apart. They're realizing that this place might just, well, it is beyond saving. People are dying all around them. It's a war zone. It's literally a war zone. Is that a fable, Mr. Colbert? Are you attempting to describe Victoria? Fable? No, I don't like to beat around the bush when I talk. I'm just waxing nostalgic. Waxing nostalgic as the old do. What does that mean, waxing nostalgic? I'm just being nostalgic? I don't know. We have to pass the time talking about something, you know? Sitting here. May I just say that I pay more attention to the future, sarcasm of Victoria. I'm just yapping nostalgic? That is so weird. That's such a weird way to say it. Taryn, you make ample preparations. Presumably, you brought a considerable headcount in. But on the other hand, I think you wouldn't want to be battling for life and death with us. Stay put here and behave, and nothing will happen. Are you out to monopolize the technology of that airship? And did the Duke of Castor send you to this plate just to take a walk? We can share. Wait. Is it just saying the Brigader like this? Because it's going by his title? Just like Trilby Asher? Because they also do that whenever the Dematsty I'm just gonna assume it's just by title. I'm gonna assume it's just his title or another name, the other name he goes by. Yeah, I'm gonna assume that's it. We can share. The Sarkis' defense of the airship can't be that lax. It wouldn't be an easy mission for anyone, certainly. But if we can work together, then this technology can belong to more than just a Duke. It can be Victoria's. I don't care about Victoria. Well, it seems you've made up your mind. You spoke that our goals would oh my God, words, Jesus Christ. You spoke that our goals were quite in agreement, synergy. In light of that, I will trouble you as little as I can, pet of Castor. Though, you were dying to kill me a moment ago. What? Would you like me to apologize? Your mission failure will incur no more than a demotion in rank, while your life is preserved in any case. Oh yeah, he's an asshole. If you're insistent on commendation and promotion from Duke Castor, you are welcome to try. Old Wellington's underlings are as stubborn as him. That much I have the privilege of seeing now. Fine, I can stay here. I'll yield the airship's technology to you. But I stipulate something in exchange. Seems you're about to reevaluate our relationship. Indeed it does, Doctor of Rhodes Island. You refuse my offer of friendship, so to being a pawn, you'll have to return. I'll be taking the Realm Blade. The Windermere girl and Alexandrina must die here. Given in, Miss Successor, I did not receive orders to intervene in this. I'll take that as an agreement. As long as the deal has been made, the Duke of Castor forever honors her commitments, every single one. You've no worries, Brigader. That's our foremost tenet. Foremost tenet. Inez, understood. Does every Victorian do that? Never ask the people in question for their opinion? I think Mr. Trilby Asher, I just told you a second ago your metaphors suck. And calling us pawns, that's a metaphor. So Rhodes Island is hanging on to ties with the Duke of Windermere at its last thread? That's not a good idea. You're on the wrong team. We don't have to pick a team to start. Then you can only wait. That Windermere girl, is that illusionist shadow arts combined? Where is she? Damn. Impressive report there, Trilby Asher. It's a question of our tenets after all. The thing about honoring commitments forever. No, a different one. Wait, what? The thing about honoring commitments forever. Oh, it's a question mark. I didn't see that. Never let the winner take all. This is all meaningless now, Taran. If this lot sends their message out, the Duke's main fleets will be forced to push in. And at that point, the airship goes to whoever takes it down. It seems none of us will be bringing home the gold. Fine. Doctor, careful. Amiya. Yep. I know that. I figured because Amiya came here. Yeah. You hear the sound, you already know. Yeah. Miss Inez, I made it. We saw the shadows outside the door. Rhodes Island, the Duke would rather not fall out with you. Didn't your actions just now amount to a fallout? Fine. Feel free to apologize. Then maybe we meet again someday. Dublin Army corpses? Did they set up people here? Their wounds are fresh. Can't have been made long ago. Blade cuts. Some seem like they've been cauterized. Cauterized? Yeah, cauterized. Who's there? The room is oppressively vacant. No one responds. Delphine grips her dagger tight. Her mother always admonished. Her mother had always admonished her for not putting more energy into combat training, but being the daughter of the Duke of Windermere and Victoria, her swordsmanship reputed. She's got the confidence to take on most enemies. Comm stations should be around here. What the hell? A tangled cord of wires comes to Delphine's view, but the device meant to attach to them has vanished without a trace. All that's left on the table is a thick layer of dust. Someone came and took the comm station away beforehand, long beforehand.
I see you managed to complete the mission without causing any unnecessary pain to the quarry. Not bad. Icke dåligt.
Okay.
Sip a hot drink and get some rest.
I know this is a little shorter than usual, but we're gonna stop here at 2 hours. And I will be back this weekend to continue the story. So yeah, we're done. We're done for now. I wanna actually sit here and be able to enjoy every bit of it. And I'm planning on doing Saturday night and Sunday, or Sunday morning and Sunday night. So I want to complete this before the weekend's over. So thank you for coming through. Thank you for enjoying this with me. And remember, tomorrow and Friday I will not be streaming because I will be doing something very exciting, and you guys will hear about it very soon. Yeah, you all have a wonderful day. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay chaotic, and don't forget. Actually, no, I'll keep that to myself. Comey, thank you for the gifted membership, and thank you Special K, aka Keith, for becoming a member to the Chaotic Legion. You all have a wonderful day. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay chaotic. Love you guys. Peace out.